Okay, so as we said, setup wise was very, very good. We stand to the golf ball very, very naturally, okay? Your grip is comfortable, and your grip is not affecting the golf ball going left or right, so it's a good grip. It returned the club back to the golf ball square. Your posture was great, your feet width, ball position, all the things that we see in the magazine and the articles and YouTube and all these catalogs, you do them right, okay?
Good.
The one issue we said is your swing, you just start thinking literally about every single position of the golf swing, bit by bit by bit by bit, and you almost worry too much. Is it correct, okay?
Right.
So your old swing, when you went back, okay?
Yeah.
You went back, had a full shoulder turn, but no real wrist hinge, okay? The club wasn't really hinging on the way back, so your full backswing was sort of probably almost towards 12 o'clock there, okay? Based on a clock face. Now, as you then came back down, you were dropping, you had to try and get under the ball, staying down an awful long time, and no twist at all. Because you've been told all your golfing life to keep your head underneath the shelf, do not lift your head at any point in time, otherwise you'll miss the ball, you'll top it, whatever, okay? What we're trying to do now is hinge the wrist on the way back. As I said, the golf swing is just a circle around the body. And again, if we look at this takeaway now, your club goes back a little bit closed. But you've never hit a golf ball with a takeaway.
No.
And if you're worried about this toe doing this on the way back, if your shots now you're hitting, the last dozen or so have gone fairly straight, if you started doing this on the way back, that would cause the ball to go to the right. So let's not do that. Let's do what's going to hit the golf ball to target, okay? And if we look now and we hinge the wrists, how much further that golf club goes back.
Wow.
So for me,
it doesn't feel like it's going. That one feels like it's going less than that one.
Does it? Yeah. Because now you're turning 90.
Yeah.
And you're hinging 90.
Oh wow.
So you've got a full backswing, okay?
Okay.
So you're making a nice full shot. And now from here, we're not dropping head quite so much. We can release the body through, and then we can just rotate through onto that left side. I think in time. Yeah, exactly. I think in time there'll be a little bit less dip, but there'll be a lot fuller movement in the swing here now. This one here now, you don't really want to come through. Your right knee staying back. I mean, you haven't got shoes on, but the right foot's barely moved at all, and the knees are apart. This one now, we're starting to sort of rotate through a little bit more. It's going to be tricky to lift that right foot off you with your toes there, but at least the hips and the shoulders now are rotated through towards 90 degrees where they were.
Moving through, you see.
Part of the reason why you weren't moving before was because you were thinking so much and you were going down.
My head was stuck.
Exactly. If your head goes down there, it acts like a blocker. And your body, if someone says to you now from that position they can't follow through,
I can't.
It's impossible. You
just physically can't do it. And he says, well, you're not following through. And I say, yeah, I know, because I can't. I actually can't get up there.
That's like saying to someone who's coughing, don't cough.
I know.
Doesn't cure your cough, does it?
Fantastic.
Or follow through, you're not following through, just follow through. Well, hang on, there's a reason why you're not following through. And the reason is part of the reason, because you've been told by other people, they keep your head down. So you got someone saying, the famous sentence I hear all the time is, head down, follow through.
Yeah.
Physically impossible. You're physically impossible. It's like saying run, walk. Like what do you want to do? I can't do both. One's going to happen or one's not going to happen.
So
and you just get so bogged down with theory and technique. And I say on the way back you were thinking about the club going back here, doing this, dropping down, keep your head, and again you just got so stuck. I think when the brain is thinking about what it's doing, you can't do it freely. You drive a car now, because you've driven a car from years and years and years, I'm sure. You can drive a car, you just autopilot, And how many times have we been driving back and forth down the lane we know we've done the same, and you go, did I just go past Tesco's, or did I go? It's just not bad, it's just autopilot. We all do it because we're in auto, we're not thinking about driving. Now, if you ever change your car, for example, and you've got used to the indicators on the left-hand side and the wind wipers on the right-hand side, and they change over, the first few days or weeks of driving that car, when you want to put the indicator on, you start putting the wind wipers on, because instinct takes over, okay? So the lights are in different spots, so it's because habit will take over. So this isn't going to change, I'd imagine, like that, but we've seen quite a quick change quite quickly. I would say, if we think on here is that's sort of where you are now at number 1, and that sort of number 10, as in the quality of shot, I would say you'll probably be 5 or 6 on the golf course next time. Somewhere in the middle, roughly speaking, 4, 5, 6 that way. And you just start moving a bit more towards this better swing. Free up your golf swing.
Wow.
Your thinking on the golf course needs to be more about what club am I going to take, where am I going to go, the direction I'm going to aim. Am I taking a 5-iron, a 9-iron, a 3-wood? And you just set up to the golf ball, thinking all the thought behind the golf ball. The second you cross over this line, you just do it. You just set up the golf ball. Your trigger word will be hinge, wrists, circle.
Yeah, hinge, wrists, circle.
That's it. Don't try and keep your head down. It's just a lot more natural keeping your head following the ball. Okay, you turn through, you rotate through, okay? Less is more in the game of golf.
Can I try my driver?
You can do whatever you want. Of course you can.